This is an IT or information technology class. It is a compulsory part of the UK national curriculum. All students have to study IT until they're 16 and be able to do a series of specific IT tasks by the time they leave school, such as using the main software programs and searching the internet effectively.
My name's Finn Taylor and I work for a web design company. What we do is we design and build websites. We work with a lot of different types of clients, ranging from music DJs through to big international private banks and things like that. When we started doing what we do, there were maybe 5 companies in Europe, and now there are 5 companies in the same building. In Brighton, there are hundreds of digital companies doing online. Lots of people have gone for different niches. So some are doing social media, some are doing very marketing-orientated projects, some are doing more corporate communication, some are just doing recruitment projects. We tend to deal with a wide range. We're still here. We don't do any marketing, so we must be doing something right. When we started, Bill Gates was still saying the internet wasn't going to happen and that it was a bad idea. And we see his whole organisation is now targeting the internet. Technology is changing all the time. Things like iPhones come along, and you've got a whole new platform for mobile technology. So what we do is always evolving. We've got convergence with TV, so the internet, TV, print media, it's all converging. So all of this is stuff that's changing. We just have to adapt. You can now make billboards and TV signs in the street see your mobile phone and give you personalised advertising. So there's all this stuff that's happening. I think we'll just keep making great projects, looking at different platforms for where we deliver our projects. But it's all an extension of communication and design, using technology in an invisible way so you don't notice it.
This is the Cambridge University Library, containing one of the greatest collections of books and manuscripts in the world, both in traditional and electronic formats.
We have around about over probably 30,000 books, monographs that is. That's not counting the books we have in the basement, and not counting the rare books, but counting the books on the shelf. We keep a few newspapers around, things like the New York Book Review as well. We keep those. We do keep some paper journals, but more and more it's becoming online. So the students can find online journals and e-resources via the University Library website, so that we don't have to carry shelves and shelves of journals because they take up so much space.
This is the newsroom of a large national newspaper in the UK. Here, new technology is rapidly challenging the dominance of traditional printed media.
We sell something like 200,000 copies a day. I mean, that's the number of copies we sell. There's a distinction between the number of copies we sell and the number of people who actually pick the paper up and read it. I think that runs to about 650,000 a day. The number of visitors to our website, it runs into the millions. So I guess the web is now a bigger thing. But the great thing about the web is that it's a global instrument. You reach people anywhere in the world, whereas you print a newspaper, you have to put it into trucks and deliver it around the country, and there are constraints to how far you can take the printed product. And as you know, if you try to buy a copy of a British newspaper like The Independent in Italy, it will generally be 1 or 2 days after publication.
Our online team use the news agencies like Reuters or Associated Press, and they will put up a story immediately. So supposing an earthquake happens or a very serious bombing happens somewhere, they will immediately put the wire content online. If it's a story that is exclusive to us and that isn't time sensitive, so that can wait another day, we will run it in the print edition, hold it until the next day.
Certainly at the moment, we're nowhere near getting all the books in the world on the internet. For the time being, I think the book has certainly got a long way to go. It's survived centuries and centuries, and there was a time when TV was going to replace books and it didn't. So the movies were going to replace books, but they didn't. So I think what we should do is make the internet work for us as librarians, to get books, to get literature, to get texts out there, rather than see it as an enemy, to see it as something we can use. I think that's the important thing.